Święta to radosny czas, kolorowy czas, rodzinny czas, ale jak go spędzamy i jak w ogóle do niego dochodzi? Tego i o wiele więcej się dzisiaj dowiecie na stalowym Christmas Talk. Ja nazywam się David Bremley. Nasza drużyna to nie tylko mieszanka sportowych talentów, ale również kultury i tradycji. Nasi zawodnicy pochodzą z różnych zakątków świata. Jak spędzają święta? Gdzie i z kim? Sami się teraz dowiecie. Posłuchajcie. To dzisiaj w naszym studiu mamy trzech naszych koszykarzy. Jest to Sim, Tim i Ty. So fellas, let's start speaking in English so you guys can understand what I'm saying. The first question I have for you, Christmas, very special for everybody. Tell me, what is the tradition? How do you spend Christmas? What's happening in you guys' country when it's Christmas time?
Mostly it's a quiet time, you know. It's the days when people don't really work. They're trying to be quiet. I think our important part of our thing is that we always go sauna, you know, clean up the mess from the past year you had, have a family dinner. Some people go to church, to cemetery to respect people, and and have a nice Christmas dinner probably with some beer for sure, and get gifts from Santa Claus or change gifts with your family.
Would you say that most of the traditions are tied to religion? You said that a lot of people go to pay their respects to the people that have passed. So does Christmas have this religious string?
I mean, it's coming from there, so for sure there is some kind of string left there, but I think it's changing with the time and with the new generation. Let's say, you know, they do things differently, and you know, Estonia is one of the least religious country in the world. So you know, I think the roots are there, but we have, I think, changed it in our way how everybody likes to spend their Christmas.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. I mean, the young people decide what we're doing now slowly. Huh? It's just one day you have to give it up. That's what it is. Ty, America, bro. USA. Christmas is a big thing. The red Santa Claus, you know, I'm talking big parades, everything. Tell me the food. The food, I've been to the States many times. There's a big variety of foods. Tell me, how does it look? What do you guys eat for Christmas?
Christmas, it's really like, well, at least for my family, we big on like desserts. It's more of like a dessert type of thing. Thanksgiving is more like a lot of food, but Christmas is more like dessert. So a lot of people make, you know, gingerbread houses with the candy and the lights and all that like that. So it's just a lot of different desserts, a lot of different. We got our own like alcohol drink. It's called coquito.
Coquito.
It's like kind of like milk and like rum, and it's really good. It's really sweet. It's really good, and we drink it only on Christmas.
Okay, so tell me, so as a basketball player, right? So when you go home for Christmas, because you played in Puerto Rico, so probably you went home for Christmas. So is that something you have to be careful with? Because if it says a lot of sweets and it's only a couple of days off, so you don't gain enough weight, is there something you do? You say like, okay, I'm gonna eat this or do this, but I can't do all of it? Like,
no, I don't really drink much, so it'd be like a glass, maybe half a glass. You know what I'm saying? Just
okay.
me. But
Tim, tell me in Belgium, when do we celebrate Christmas? Christmas Day, Christmas Eve? Tell me, how does it look?
Usually the family comes together on Christmas Eve. I'd say we meet around 2, 3 in the afternoon. Everybody's together. We maybe have some dessert or coffee, and then by the evening we have a dinner together, and that's usually how it goes.
Okay, does this family stay for longer? Do they stay for a couple of days, or is this like Christmas Eve and now we're going? Are you guys traveling, or is everybody coming? Is grandma, grandpa, everybody coming, or do we at 24th we spend together with the family? Now we're going to visit grandma. Now we're going to visit grandpa. How does it look?
No, it's not like that. Everybody just comes together to one house, usually grandma's house, and in the evening everybody leaves. But usually it's pretty late. Everybody drinks and everything, so. It's pretty fun to see the family, but yeah, it's only at one house.
Okay. Sim, tell me, what's your favorite part about Christmas? Of course, if you celebrate it at home.
Yeah, I don't know. It's part of part of everything. You know, you bring the Christmas tree, the cooking, eating with friends or family. It depends what you got. Gifts is probably the last part, you know. I like to make gifts, and then I feel even sometimes embarrassed if I get gifts. You know, everybody looking at you. Are you happy or not with your gifts? You know? But yeah, I think all the Christmas tree, the lighting, you know, cooking the food, eating the food, spend time with the family or friends, just I don't know, all mixed together.
Tell me, is there something that you say without Christmas or without that on Christmas? It's not Christmas.
I mean, and back home we get like a football game. Like,
okay.
I don't know if you guys play we play like American football. Sometimes it snows, some years it don't snow, but we'll play, you know, like a friendly game of football, like a tag football.
With the family?
No, like friends, family, everybody.
But it's flag football.
Yeah,
at
like flag. Just
touch,
like two in touch, not tackle, you know, like that. So that's a Christmas thing we do.
Tim, tell me.
For me, I think decorating the Christmas tree beforehand is something that always has to be done at Christmas. If you don't do it, it doesn't feel like Christmas to me.
Okay. For me, for example, I love the music. I love the music. Yeah, I hate if it's quiet on Christmas. So for me to get the last little touch, it's like the Christmas music. It doesn't have to be loud, but it has to be there. So I, for example, love the Christmas music. This is very important for me. You know.
So what's your favorite song?
White Christmas.
White Christmas?
I'm dreaming of a white. That's my song. That's my song. I love that song. It's great.
Good choice.
That's really great. Okay, guys, this is going to be something new for you. Is the first time you're going to be spending Christmas in Poland. Different traditions, different country. So tell me, Sim, how do you plan on spending Christmas in Poland?
Luckily, there are a few other Estonians in Poland, so get together with the Estonian mafia, probably.
Okay, that's great.
At least that's a plan right now, and yeah, we trying to get some Christmas food from Estonia, from back home, and we're gonna cook. We're gonna eat a lot for sure, and then yeah, hopefully we're gonna have some good time.
That's interesting. Tell me. You said Estonian food. Are you also going to try like the traditional 12 dishes we serve in Poland, or you guys will not try that?
It's like back in history, I think it is there, but like long time I haven't heard or seen anybody really doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really a thing anymore. But yeah, we have like specific like I don't know, blood sausages or something that we eat for Christmas, and yeah, that's what we're trying to get them to eat.
You guys, you know, from the 12 dishes they serve, I only eat pierogi. Mm-hmm. So, but those are actually really good. So I emphasize that you guys can really try that. Tim, tell me, is the team doing anything?
The team, we're doing a Secret Santa, which is always fun. I've did it in the past before, but it's always a nice surprise. You never know what you're gonna get and from who it's gonna be. So yeah, that's what we do. And then not with the team together, we do something. But I think some of us are gonna get together on those days and do something together. So we're definitely gonna do something.
Okay, that sounds tight. Tell me, first time Christmas in Poland. What's going on?
Yeah, it's gonna be different for me. This is the first time I've been away from my family. So you know, my father just left. So you know, that kind of helped, you know, seeing him. But first Christmas not in the States is, I don't know, it's gonna be different. Probably just gonna watch a lot of Christmas movies, The Grinch, Home Alone, all that stuff, and just probably call my family, because you know we're 6 hours ahead. So probably call them and just watch them open presents. You know, I bought a lot of presents for my family, and it's already sent theirs. They just haven't touched it yet. So probably just call them and just watch on FaceTime, just watch them open them.
Okay, so tell me, what are you going to miss the most?
Just my family, man.
Just family?
Yeah, just not being with my family for so long. That's it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. And family, I think, is always the most important for Christmas. I'm big on presents. I don't like opening my presents. I like giving presents, but family, I think, is the most important part about this. Tell me, what are you going to miss about Christmas, Tim?
What am I gonna miss? Well, of course, like Ty said, family and friends, but mostly just being able to spend time with with people I haven't seen, because usually when I was in Belgium, that would be the days where I see family that I haven't seen in a long time, because even if you play basketball in Belgium, you don't see your family too much. You have a lot of games, a lot of practices. So I think just spending it with those people that I don't see very often is what I'm gonna miss the most.
No, for me it's always big. I don't know, but you know, when you're home, you have this feeling like you are home, you know, this home atmosphere. And I think that's also a big part of being comfortable when it's Christmas time. Because I remember sometimes when I was like, for example, you get a small apartment, you know, you in some team you get a small apartment, you don't really have a lot of Christmas decorations, and then it feels a little weird because you're not comfortable. So what are you going to miss the most that makes you uncomfortable this Christmas? Snow. I think that isn't it like, I haven't seen snow, like it hadn't, like when I was young, for example, and I used to go to school here in Poland, like we used to have snow free, like there would be no snow, no school because there was so much snow, but that's not a thing anymore. Like kids here, they don't even know what real, it feels like they don't even know what real snow means, like playing in snow all day. Like, but at home, you still have snow?
Sometimes, but it's getting rare too. You know, like mostly it's like, you know, some kind of, I don't know, like a bad thing that on a Christmas day it's raining, you know.
Yeah.
You know, snow disappears and 3 days later it starts snowing again.
Yeah, you know, the global warming messes up my Christmas song because now it's not White Christmas anymore. So that's the worst part about that. All right, tell me, this is a question I'm going to ask. It's for everybody. Is there something unusual in your country that you do what you say, I know we only do this in Belgium, like this is crazy, but it's a Christmas tradition? Is there anything like that in your countries?
For me, nothing specific I can think of. I think Belgium is not really that religious of a country either, like Estonia, so I don't think there's anything specific about it. It's just changed into a family holiday, more kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I can't think anything like really specific. Maybe the sauna thing is the thing that, you know, everybody before sitting to the table to eat, they used to go to sauna, but it's probably not just our country. There are maybe a few more who does it, but also with the newer generation, I'm not sure it's a big thing anymore.
I love the sauna. So I'm thankful for that. Thank you for introducing that to us. I'm thankful for that. I like it. Okay, but what about something you say? Okay, something unusual you do in your family, like you say, this has nothing to do with Christmas, but we always do it on Christmas Eve. For example, me, I already told you that I love to watch the Home Alone movies, and we always watch them. I don't know why everybody knows them by heart, but it is what it is, and it's a part of our Christmas. So is there something in your families where you say it's unusual and it maybe has nothing to do with Christmas, but we do it?
In my family, my grandma always gets a specific kind of ice cream cake, for example, as dessert. And that's usually the one thing we do different from other families, I think. And she's proud of that cake and she loves eating it, and we all do, and it's a nice tradition.
That's a really nice tradition. That's a good thing.
Yeah, mine's probably the football game that I said earlier.
The football game.
I don't think people like over here like play like a certain sport before they go eat. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
No, I think not. I give you 100%.
No,
I haven't seen anybody playing football outside on Christmas Eve. That's a nice one. I like it though.
Is that just your family, or is that?
No. I know a lot of people do it.
Really?
Even, different states. Like
Never heard that before.
Especially like it's a lot of people like where it snows, like they'll go and play in the snow and just have fun, I guess. I mean, not us. If it's snow, we don't play.
You're not that crazy.
No, we don't play. Yeah, we don't do that.
Okay, tell me, what's the record? Y'all winning or your family up?
We just like we mix the team up.
Oh, y'all mix the team. Y'all mix the team. Okay.
No, it's not like a set team every year. No.
Okay, that sounds great. That's fun. That sounds fun. That's really fun. Football on Christmas. I got
crazy.
Sounds fun.
I think so. It sounds fun. This next question, or this next part, I think is really important because basketball is our life, and basically 90% of the time we spend has to do with basketball, or we play basketball. So, not to say we are very blessed to do this, but I believe that it also comes with a big sacrifice. So, playing basketball and having Christmas with a family doesn't always go in one. So please tell me, were there situations where you were in different clubs where you had to spend Christmas by yourself, or Christmas was kind of sad because your family couldn't visit, or whatever the reason was?
Like last 20 years I've been home for Christmas 4 or 5 times maybe. So probably the first time was the saddest. You know, you don't really know what to do, how to act, how to be, because you're alone, you know, in a country you've never been, you're quite young, and you've never really cooked for Christmas, you know. You gotta do it by yourself.
Yes.
So that's probably the toughest part, or was. Now, you know, you're getting used to it, you know. We pick the Christmas tree, you know, we decorate, we put the lights, you know, we do some things. My wife likes to cook too, so and she makes the whole, you know, cozy, so you can feel some Christmas. So it's okay. Every year goes by, you know, you get a little bit better Christmas time. But yeah, I mean, toughest is when you have to practice during the Christmas. I think this is the most painful thing, you know. If you have some guests or friends or family over, you know, you have to leave them. You have to go to the gym. You have to practice, or let's say some worst case, you have away game, so you have to leave because you gotta go a day earlier, and then I think those have to be maybe the toughest one. Like, I think I've played like in 23rd and 26th, so basically you have that one evening just to sit down, get a little breath, trying to have a little fun with the idea that you have to leave immediately, and if you're gonna lose those games, Christmas are not really fun.
See, that's what I was kind of trying to go at, because you played for Žalgiris, which is a big team, and they play EuroLeague, so they play twice a week. So now there is no such thing as we're gonna just not care about this game, or, you know, and especially in Europe and the NBA, it's maybe a little bit different. They have 82 games. You can't play 82 games on a high level. You know what I'm trying to say. But especially in the EuroLeague and here in Europe, every point counts. So now, how is that feeling like? Are you relaxed? Are you mentally already on the court, knowing that on the 24th you play, and on the 26th you have to play, on the 24th you're sitting with your family eating? Are you mentally there, or how do you do? What happens in your head? Do you like shut off and say, okay, once this is done, I'm shutting on again and I'm focusing on basketball? Talk about that process a little bit.
No, I don't think I ever figured how to turn it off. You're always somehow you're there, you know, it's sitting on your mind that, you know, you got a game in a few days, and, you know, you have practice next day, and a lot of times it used to be, now the EuroLeague is different than Eurocup, but back in the days it used to be groups, so it used to be important games at that time too, you know, and then the games mattered even more because, you know, you never know if you're gonna make it to the next stage or not. And those games used to be somewhere around that time, you know, in December, New Year. So yeah, I mean, it's not been always fun, and you know, the real Christmas time, but it's part of this life, and something I don't know, somehow you have to get used to it.
It's something you have to sacrifice to be able to play. Well, now, completely different mentality now, because now in the States in the NBA we have Christmas games, and then everybody knows that those are the games everybody want to watch, also in football, right? So basically every sport in the States has a big game, rivalry, whatever, during Christmas. So tell me your point of view on that.
Well, I mean, like, this is my first time not being home for Christmas, so. But yeah, like you said, like in say for example the NBA, they usually play, you know, rival games. Like, you know, the two teams that played in the championship, like Boston and Dallas, they might play on Christmas. You know, like the Lakers in Boston, you know, big rivalries like that. So,
yes.
You know, so it's good to, you know, Christmas is always going to be good games on, regardless of sport. So it's always, you know, fun to have and be around the family and be able to watch those games, stuff like that.
So do you look at these games differently? Because you're a fan, okay, and of course it's nice to sit with the family and watch the Lakers beat Boston. I said that on purpose. But you also know the other part of it. You know that these guys, they're out there competing, but maybe really they would want to be with their family. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think it's pros and cons, like, to be able to play on Christmas, especially like, you know, say for example the NBA, because like I said, everyone's watching. You know, there's probably the views are more
prime time
than an average game. You know,
prime time, yes.
Tuesday. So it's kind of a privilege to be able to play on that high stage and that level, you know, in front of all those people. But, you know, it also got to be cons as well. Like say it's a away game, so that means if you was there on Christmas, you probably miss Christmas Eve as well. So you know, and then after the game, it's late. So by the time you get home and wrap the gifts or whatever, it's either late or it's probably the next day. So you kind of miss Christmas with your family. So that has to be tough. So
yeah, for sure, that's tough.
Pros and cons.
For sure. Tim, tell me about your experience about Christmas. Like, first of all, in your country, do sports, is it like in the States that Christmas, there are big games, big rivalries, or is it more like we shutting down and we focusing on Christmas? And what was your experience with your past clubs when it comes to Christmas?
I think in Belgium, in the basketball world, they play on 26 usually, so not really on Christmas, but you still got to practice the days before. In other sports, not really that much, because football is a big sport and cycling is a big sport, and both sports are not really played during winter, so there's not games during that time. So it's not really a big thing to play sports on Christmas. And yeah, usually people have a few days off, so it's not really about sports in Belgium.
Okay. Do you enjoy watching sports? Or is it like, for example, that Christmas Eve, or are you watching the game? Like,
not,
for example,
not at all.
No.
Not
So it's just we cut basketball for a little bit, and we focusing on the family and see. I always love this. That there's different views and different worlds, and you can travel 3,000 kilometers to the side, or three is maybe a lot. Let's say 1,500 kilometers to the side, and it's a completely different world, right?
Yeah.
Like people in the States probably they buy tickets like a year before to get to see the Lakers play on Christmas Eve, and the Christmas jerseys and the Christmas shoes and the Christmas swag.
Yeah.
You know, they really big on this, and then we come here and it's like we don't even have Christmas jerseys, for example, right? In our league, we play the 22nd.
Yeah, but also the regular people, they don't play the sport, so they can go to watch, you know. We play basketball, but we don't want to. Last year I went to England, to London. I went to the soccer game immediately.
Yeah, you see, okay,
For
yeah,
a
that's
second, I know 4 guys, and then I had my chips and drinks, and I was like,
and then you enjoyed the game.
I enjoyed the game.
Yeah, no, but I mean, honestly, I like to watch. I like all these little stuff. You know, I'm big on it. I remember my first season when I played in Germany. I played for Medi Bayreuth, and for Christmas I think we played the 21st or the 22nd. It doesn't matter. But they did like a set of Medi Bayreuth. It said Medi Christmas. Something like that, you know. They had something, and they had a little Christmas tree on the jersey, and they were white with snowflakes, and I was so hyped. I was like, "Yo, we have a Christmas jersey!" And funny thing, they had an auction after it, right? For some charity, and I wanted to auction my own jersey because there's no way you get in it again, but no way, it was way too expensive. It was over my budget back then. No, no, back then it was my first job. Some guy, he said he had it, so I said, okay, that's too much for me, you know. So yeah, but that's the only jersey I don't have in my collection.
Really, the only jersey? Yes,
that's the only jersey I don't have.
You never gave it away to fans?
No, I gave it away, but yeah, I had a replica made. But that's the only jersey I physically don't have, or don't even have a replica of. Because my goal was always I want to have a jersey from every team, or basically every jersey I ever put on, I want to have, so I can
hang it up in your house.
Yes, exactly, in my room. Yes, for myself.
Let's find the guy.
Huh? Let's find him. Huh? Yeah, let's find him for sure. I have a fun question for you guys now. Now this is very interesting for me. If you could invite anybody, dead or alive, home for Christmas, what would you serve him, and who would it be? Ty, tell me. Anybody?
And serve them.
Mm-hmm. What dish would you serve them?
The dish I would serve them. I mean, but we're like I said, we're simple. So like rice and beans, like we kind of eat that. You know, chicken, rice, and beans. We kind of eat that.
Okay.
You know, regardless of the holiday, that's kind of like a Puerto Rican special type of thing. It's like
okay.
You know what we eat. So. Who it would be? I mean, I'm not sure.
I'm gonna come back to you. Think about who would you invite, Tim? Who would you invite? Who?
Harry and Marv.
Harry and Murph. Tell me, explain to the people who's that.
Home Alone.
Home Alone. There we go. Home Alone. I love
it.
the wedding pants. Hey, that's funny as hell. You want to invite them? That's a great one. That's a great one. Why them? Why would you invite them? Y'all going around?
It's not Christmas without them.
It's not Christmas without them. Yeah.
They're for real.
Y'all going to visit Kevin or not?
Yeah, we might.
You might, but let them go first, huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
They say stupid things, you know.
What would you serve them though?
No, I would still give them our Christmas food.
Christmas food?
Yeah, I wouldn't change it.
Hey, that's a great one. Tim, who's coming to Christmas?
Good question. I think my grandfather, who passed away a few years ago.
Okay.
It was always nice to celebrate with him, and I think most people would say a family member who passed away. I think if that's the question you're asking. And I would probably serve him the ice cream cake that my grandma always gets. Yeah.
That's really dope. That's really dope. So he was like kind of like the spirit a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, the spirit you need. Yeah.
Yeah. Keeps the family together. Yeah.
He have a rocking chair and like always sit next to the fire like that.
Yeah, chair for sure.
Yeah.
For
You
sure.
see, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Ty, tell me, who's coming?
I mean, if it had to be somebody who passed, I'll say my two friends from high school. I wear them on my chain. They both they in the same picture. They both passed. So yeah, I'll say them, man. And I'll serve probably what we always eat. You know,
A lot of candy.
yeah, everybody loves sweets.
That
So,
coconut drink, no?
yeah, we go we go crazy with the drinking and the candy. So yeah, that's probably what I do.
I want to know who I would invite.
Tell me.
From a sports side, of course, I would have to say my idol Kobe, but that's too simple. But if I could have somebody that I could have a conversation with and sit at a Christmas table, it will probably be Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Yes, and I say this because
Interesting choice.
yeah, interesting choice. Yeah, he's an actor, but not even because of that. It's because of what he's been through in his life. That's really interesting. I think he had highs, lows. He's seen it all, and I think it would be very, very interesting to have. So what was the drink called? Coquito. It would be very interesting to have some coquito with Mr. Will Smith, for sure. So I'm inviting him.
So basically about the highs and lows, not about who he is as a person.
His
It could be a
experience.
good conversation. Yeah.
His experience
Yeah.
in life, you know. I always think that you shouldn't. Well, maybe you shouldn't, but most of the times you should listen to elderly people, not because they're elderly, just because they've been where you've been in some type of way. So, and I feel like you know, I like his movies, and I think he's a good actor. But as I follow him through his life, he really had highs and lows, and you know, I don't want to get into that now, but I think he's seen it all, and I think it would be a great lesson of what he can tell me, you know, about experience in life, you know. That's why I think he's
good.
good.
I expected, honestly.
What would you? That's a good question.
I don't know.
What do you think?
I don't
Who
know.
would you think I would invite?
Yeah, something like Kobe, like a famous,
Kobe,
very big
okay,
basketball player or something. You know, not an actor.
Yeah,
for sure.
well, that's obvious. Okay, if I had the chance, of course, I would rather meet Kobe than before the question. The list of questions is even longer for Kobe. But so I don't go in the cliche. I said like that would be the other person.
Yeah.
Or for example, President Obama would also be somebody that's very interesting to I believe to talk to. Something like
Kobe
that.
wouldn't sit down with you. He would be practicing.
Exactly. He's not celebrating Christmas.
There would
He's
be
not
no
celebrating.
coquito. If Kobe was there would be no coquito. It would be ones, and probably I would get my ass beat on Christmas Eve. So have to rethink my choice. Okay, guys, that was really great. It was really interesting to hear, you know, the different perspectives, what's going on in your house, how you feel about Christmas and how you celebrate it. I think that was very interesting. It was also very interesting for me to see, and you know, every player has a different path, goes a different way. So it was interesting to hear how you guys celebrate Christmas as a basketball player. Now we're going to have a fun part because everybody's going to wish our fans a Merry Christmas in their native language. A teraz, moi drodzy, mamy dla was małą niespodziankę, bo każdy z zawodników złoży wam świąteczne życzenia w ojczystym języku.
Häid jõule ja rahulikku pühadeaega kõigile.
Gelukkig kerstfeest en een vrolijk nieuwjaar aan alle Oostro-fans.
Hola, mis amigos. Feliz Navidad. Buen día.
Jak widzieliście, w każdym języku brzmi to przepięknie, więc guys, thank you very much for doing this. It was really fun. Tak jak słyszeliście, moi drodzy, świąteczne życzenia brzmią przepięknie w każdym języku. Ja również wam życzę zdrowych, spokojnych, rodzinnych, kolorowych świąt Bożego Narodzenia. Przede wszystkim dużo prezentów. Ja nazywam się David Bremley i to był Stalowy Christmas Talk. Pozdrawiam, do zobaczenia.